Hey everybody, happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm Johnny Stewart, and most of you, the vast majority of you, are watching live on my live stream here on my YouTube channel, so I hope my dogs don't bark too loud, and I hope everybody has a great time. So thanks for being here, and I will keep on talking throughout the whole thing. Sorry about that, but let's get started right now with one of my favorite Irish tunes for St. Patrick's Day. There's a piercing wintry breeze blowing through the button trees. I buttoned up my coat to keep me warm. And I'm on the road again with my suitcase in my hand. My fiddle snuggled close beneath my arm. Oh, I've a fine felt hat and a strong pair of brogues. I've rosin in my pocket for me bow. And my fiddle strings are new, and I've learned a tune or two. So I'm well prepared to ramble, and I must go. I'm as happy as a king when I catch a breath of spring. The grass is growing green as winter ends, and the geese are on the wing, and the thrushes start to sing. I'm headed down the road to meet my friends. Oh, I've a fine felt hat and a strong pair of brogues. I have rosin in my pocket for me gold. And my fiddle strings are new, and I've learned a tune or two, so I'm well prepared to ramble, and I must go. I have friends in every town as I ramble up and down, playing music at the markets and the fairs, and the donkeys and the creels and the farmers making deals, the yellow-headed Tinkersville in wares. Oh, I've a fine felt hat and a strong pair of brogues. I have rosin in the four big gold. I have things are new, and I've learned a tune or two, so I'm well prepared to ramble, and I must go. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good time. I'll be here with us for at least the next hour or so, maybe longer. Leave some comments in the chat if anybody wants to see more and hear more, and I'll be sure to do some more for you. Here's a helpful one and all, to the big and to the small, the rich and poor alike, and foe and friend. And when I return again, may my foes have turned to friends. May peace and joy be with you until then. Oh, I've a fine felt hat and a strong pair of brogues. I have rosin in my pocket for me gold. And my fiddle strings are new, and I've learned a tune or two, so I'm well prepared rambling, I must go. Oh, I've a fine felt hat and a strong pair of gloves. I am running, like a door before. And my fiddle strings are new, and I've learned a tune or two, so I'm well prepared to revel, and I must go. Oh. Now that one's called The Rambles of Spring, and you might not believe it, but right here in Tucson, where I am, it's about 90 degrees, and I know that's not the same for everybody. So for everybody back at home, back in New York, I'm sorry for everything you're going through with the winter, but I hope everybody's having a great day today. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Now, I'm going to do a lot of songs that I learned about 10 years ago when I was in Ireland with my friend Mike Donegan, and that he and I did for about 7 years before I moved here to Tucson, playing all the Irish pubs in upstate New York. Mike Donegan is an incredible tenor and an incredible singer, an incredible guy, and I can't even begin to do justice to his voice, but I hope you enjoy everything I'm doing today. So let's all sit back and relax and enjoy ourselves with some fun Irish tunes. And let's all pretend, even if you're not there, that you're in an Irish pub. But I'll try not to make it too down and depressing like some of these songs can be. But this is a good one that I learned when I was over there about 10, actually about 12 and a half years ago, playing mandolin with my buddy Mike Donegan in Ireland and all the Irish pubs. Farewell to you, my own true love. Oh, I'm sailing far, far away, and I'm bound for California. But I know that I'll return someday. So fare thee well, my own true love. When I return, united we will be. It's not believing of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee. Farewell to Prince's landing stage, River Mercy, fare thee well. I am bound for California, a place I know right well. So fare thee well, my own true love, and when I return, united we will be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee, I'm bound for California by the way of stormy Cape Horn, and I'm bound to write to a letter, love, when I have homeward bound. So fare thee well, my own true love, and when I return, united we will be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee. I have signed on a Yankee sailing ship, baby Crockett, I tell, and the captain's name is Burgess, and they say that she's a floating hell. So fare thee well, my own true love, and when I return, united will be. It's not believing of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee. Oh, I have lived with virgins once before, and I think I know him well. If a man does he man will get along, but if not, he's sure in hell. So fare thee well, my own true love. When I return, united will be. I'm not believing of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee. So farewell to Lord Frederick Street, Benson Terry, and Hart Lane. For I think it will be a long, long time before I see you again. So fare thee well, my own true love, and when I return, united will be. It's not believing of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee. Last verse. Oh, the sun is on the harbor, love, and I wish that I could remain. For I know it will be a long, long time until I see you again. So fare thee well, my own true love, and when I return, united will be. It's not believing of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee. It's not believing of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee. So, back when I was in Ireland, I figured it out while I was singing that song about 12 and a half years ago, going on 13 years back in 2013. Actually, 2014, so going on 12 years. You see, I'm not a mathematician. No one ever accused me of being a mathematician, but that's proof that I'm definitely not. So either way, when I was there, I learned that song and we sang it as we toured all around the southern part of Ireland with a bunch of my very good friends, led by Mike Donegan, who I played for about 7 years with in New York, through all the pubs, playing mandolin, and I was the backup singer because Mike is an incredible, phenomenal Irish tenor. So I've transposed all the songs, I put them down into the baritone range for me, and I hope everybody's having a great time, and I hope everyone will keep on enjoying the whole day today. If anybody is not able to hear or anything else, please put that in the chat so I can tell, with all these bugs flying around me, tell me in the chat so I will know and I can adjust the settings to try to make it so you can actually hear this. And if you don't want to hear it, then you have your wish, I guess. I'll be doing some Irish pub songs and traditional Irish songs for the St. Patrick's Day today. Hope you're all having some Guinness or some Spittix or whatever beverage you have of choice. Some corned beef and cabbage. My mother and my mother-in-law are both eating corned beef. And they both made corned beef and cabbage, and I don't really like corned beef, so I'm not having either of their corned beef. So I'm sorry. Please don't kill me. But either way, here to entertain you for the next hour or so. So I hope you don't hold it against me. I'm a rambler, I'm a gambler, I'm a long way from home. And if you don't like me, then leave me alone. I'll eat when I'm hungry, I'll drink when I'm dry. The moonshine don't kill me, I'll live till I die. Well, I've been the moonshiner for many a year. Spent all me money on whiskey and beer. Well spent. And I'll go to some hollow and help me fill. And I'll make you a gallon for a Stengelane bill. I'm a rambler, I'm a gambler, I'm a long way from home. And if you don't like me, then leave me alone. I'll eat when I'm hungry, I'll drink when I'm dry. The moonshine don't kill me, I'll live till I die. Go to some hollow in this country. 10 gallons of wash I can go on free. So when to follow the world of mine, love known well as I love the moonshine. I'm a rambler, I'm a gambler, I'm a long way from home. If you don't like me, then leave me alone. When I'm hungry, I'll drink when I'm dry. If the moonshine won't kill me, I'll live till I die. Oh moonshine, oh how I love thee. You killed me own father, but dare you try me. Bless all moonshiners and bless all moonshine. Breath smells as sweet as the dew on the vine. I'm a rambler, I'm a gambler, I'm a long way from home. If you don't like me, then leave me alone. Eat when I'm hungry, I'll drink when I'm dry. The moonshine don't kill me, I'll live till I die. I'm a rambler, I'm a gambler, I'm a long way from home. If you don't like me, then leave me alone. I'll eat when I'm hungry, I'll drink when I'm dry. The moonshine don't kill me, I'll live till I die. All right, that's one of the classic Irish pub tunes that I've done for a long, long time in the pubs with my buddy Mike Donegan back when we were playing the pub together. And I'm not sure if you can see all these bubbles behind you, but looks like they're running out, so I'm going to be running back for every now and then to fill it up. And just because the weather in Tucson never really stays the same, I can't count on the wind to keep blowing the bubbles towards us so you can enjoy it. But this is a song that I'm already getting too deep, so I'll just think about the song and just say that this is the song that my friend Michael Donegan does so well, and he's playing at his new home in Florida tonight, just like I'm doing in my new home in Tucson. But we met in New York and played for many, many years together, New York together. So I'll try to do this justice. But this is a traditional Irish song that really tells about a lot of the plight that many, many people in Ireland went through that were taken over. by a lonely prison wall. I heard a young girl calling, Michael, they have taken you away, for your stole travail's cord, so the young might see the morn. Now a prison ship lies waiting in the bay. Lo, why the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry, by a lonely prison wall. I heard a young man calling. Nothing matters, Mary, when you're free. Against the famine and the crown, I rebelled, they cut me down. Now you must raise our child with dignity. Oh, lie the field of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. So lonely round the fields of Athenry, by a lonely harbor wall, she watched the last star falling, as a prison ship sailed out against the sky. Sure she'll wait in hope and pray for her love in Bonny Bay. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. Oh, lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love is on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. So lonely round the fields of Athenry. So lonely round the fields of Athenry. Okay, everybody, so here we are on St. Patrick's Day, and I'm Johnny Stewart. Thanks for watching right here in John's Guitar Lounge. For anybody who doesn't know, I have more than 70 free guitar lessons right here on my channel, plus interviews with lots and lots of your favorite guitar players, including Matteo Mancuso and Frank Hannon from Tesla, and all sorts of cool people. I'll be posting my interview with Kenny Wayne Shepherd, the blues great, who I grew up listening to and loving, in just a few days, so stay tuned for that. And there's lots of cool stuff here. But I do just want to say, the guitar that I'm playing right now was built by and for, listen to this, by and for Ren Ferguson, who I am very honored to be able to call a friend. And my dad was honored to be able to call a friend. Ren Ferguson started the Gibson Custom Shop's Montana division, building their acoustic instruments back in the late 1980s. And he then did that for about 25 years, and now he's building guitars again under his own name. This is the guitar that he built for himself. And I loved it so much because of the way it projects and the Brazilian rosewood back and sides. For anyone who wants to see, this is all Brazilian rosewood, the real deal. Back before it was banned from coming into the United States, Renz collected wood for about 45 years. And he built this for himself years ago, and I loved the sound and the playability of this guitar so much. And he finally let me get it from him a couple months ago at the NAMM show. And all my NAMM show videos are linked right here in the description to this video. But if you want to hear more of this guitar, you can hear that. Or if you want to hear some really, truly great musicians and guitar players, check out all the stuff from the NAMM show that I posted in the last couple months. But this is a song called The Mermaid. This is an Irish song, and it talks about the perils of being at sea. It was Friday morn when we set sail, and we were not far from the land. When our captain he spied a mermaid so fair, with a comb and a glass in her hand, and the ocean waves through the roll, and the stormy winds do blow, 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 and we poor sailors are skipping at the top, while the landlubbers lying down below, below, below. Landlubbers lying down below. Now up spoke the captain of our gallant ship, and a fine brave man was he. He said that fishing mermaid was worrying up our fate, we shall sleep at the bottom of the sea, and the ocean waves do roll, and the stormy winds do blow, 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 and we poor sailors are skipping at the top, while the landlubbers lying down below, 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 while landlubbers lying down below. Then up spoke the first mate of our gallant ship, and a brave spoken man was he. He said, I have a wife in Brooklyn by the sea, and tonight a widow she will be. Oh, the ocean waves do roll, and the stormy winds do blow, 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 and we poor sailors are skipping at the top, while the landlubbers lying down below, below, landlubbers lying down below. Then up spoke the cabin boy of our gallant ship, and a fine young lad was he. He said, I have a sweetheart in sailing by the sea, and tonight I'll weep she will be. And the old waves do roll, and the stormy winds do blow, 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 and poor sailors are skipping at the top, while the landlubbers lying down below, 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 while landlubbers lying down below. Then up spoke the cook of our gallant ship, and the crazy old butcher was he. He said, I care more for me pot and me pans than I care for the bottom of the sea. And the ocean waves do roll, and the stormy winds do blow, 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 and we poor sailors are skipping at the top, while the landlubbers lie down below, 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 while landlubbers lie down below. Now, if you're looking for the words, you might be able to tell what's coming. But I love story songs, as everybody knows. And the others have great story songs. So there are going to be more of these, but I'll try to play them even better than I'm already doing now. Because you're about to hear from a parent. Yes, a parent. Then up spoke the parent of our gallant ship, and a crazy old buzzard was he. He said, I cared more for my cracker than my feet, than I cared for the bottom of the sea. And the ocean waves to roll, and the stormy wind to blow, blow, blow. And we poor sailors are skipping at the top, while land lovers lying down below, below, below. While land lovers lying down below. But I can see the parent coming. And here comes the big finish. Then 3 times round spun our gallant ship. Yes, 3 times round spun she. Oh, 3 times round spun our gallant ship. We sank to the bottom of the sea. And the ocean waves to roll. And the stormy wind blow, blow, blow. And we poor sailors are skipping at the top, while land lovers lying down below, below, below. While land lovers lying down below. The Mermaid. And here's one that you're sure to hear. Here's one, and let me just tune up real quick. And here's one that you are sure to hear if you ever go over to Ireland. You know, the tuning is tough in Arizona, anywhere in Arizona, because it's so dry here. Here's one that you're sure to hear anywhere that you go in Ireland. So if you're willing to take a trip, trust me, you should definitely go. Because I went about 12 years ago and it was the best thing that I could have done for myself musically and emotionally and spiritually. Not that I want to get too deep, but this song will not get too deep. In a neat little town they call Belfast, apprentice to a trade I was bound. And many's the hour of sweet happiness I spent in that neat little town. Till a bad misfortune came on me, which sent me away from the land, far away from my friends and companions, betrayed by the black velvet band. And her eyes, they shone like the diamonds. You'd think she was queen of her land, and she was. And her hair hung over her shoulder, tied up with a black velvet band. Now, something that they do in the pubs in Ireland and even in the pubs here in the States is, if you heard me say, you'd think she was queen of the land. And she was. You need to sing that, even if you're not in a pub, even if you're just at home and listening at home. Sing it with me because I will feel it here when I do it again the next time. Let's try it again. Her eyes, they shone like the diamonds. You'd think she was queen of the land. And she was. Her hair hung her shoulder, tied up with a black velvet band. As I went strolling down Broadway, not intending to stray very far, I met with a some damsel applying her trade in a bar. While she stole from her customer and slipped it right into my hand. But the very first day that I met her, bad luck to the black velvet band. And her eyes, they shone like a diamond. You'd think she was queen of the land, and she was. And her hair hung her shoulder, tied up with a black velvet band. Before judge and jury next morning, both of us were to appear. And the gentleman claimed his jewelry, and the case against us was quite clear. 7 long years transportation, right down to Van Diemen's Land, far away from my friends and companions, betrayed by the black velvet band. And her eyes, they shone like a diamond. You'd think she was queen of the land. And her hair hung over her shoulder, tied up with a black velvet band. So come on, ye jolly young fellas, I'll have you take warning by me. Whenever you're out in the liquor, me boys, beware of the pretty colleagues, for they'll fill you with whiskey and porter till you are not able to stand. And the very next that you know, me lad, you're tied up in the back of a van. That's not the original words, but listen to it though. It's fun. Trust me. And her eyes, they shone like the diamond. You think she was queen of the land. And her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up in the back of my van. Mike Donegan taught me that one, so if you don't like it, I'll do the regular one again. Her eyes, they shone like the diamond. You think she was queen of the land. And her hair hung over her shoulder, tied up with a black velvet band. And her hair hung over her shoulder, tied up with a black velvet band. The Black Velvet Band. Now, something we used to do quite a bit when I was playing in New York were some of the Irish fight songs, and that's because when Mike Donegan and I were over in Ireland, we used to, well, I should say not used to. It was like 6 days, but still. We met up with some guys. Okay, in Ireland, we met up with some guys that were named Richie and some of his friends who all have an incredible band called Dreams of Freedom. If you have not heard them before, and I'm sure you haven't, then you have to go on Spotify and Apple Music and whatever else you listen to and check out Dreams of Freedom, because Richie and his friends are the real deal. They're Irish musicians from Ireland, born in Ireland, based in Ireland. They do some tours every now and then in the United States and across Europe. But I first heard this song when Richie sang it, and he had me come up to play mandolin for a few hours, for about 3 hours, all night long, because he was playing solo. And the bartender, who was the owner of the bar at the Dingle Pub, happened to say, "Hey, there's a mandolin player here from America." And I had no idea what I was getting myself into, but we hung in, and it was a great, great time. And I learned a lot of songs that night on the mandolin, so now I'm going to play them for you on the guitar. Oh, Father, why are you so sad on this bright Easter morn? When Irish men are proud and glad of the land where they were born. Oh, son, I see in memories the far off distant day, when being just a lad like you, I joined the IRA. Where are the lads who stood with me when history was made? Oh, from the green I long to see the boys of the old brigade. This is the boys of the old brigade we haven't told. We haven't figured it out yet. This is about Eastern Rebellion, when people who were in the IRA about 100 years ago were very sentimental on that day because of all the friends they lost and everything that they had to do to gain their freedom. In hills and farms, the call to arms was heard by fallen and old. And from the glen came brave Irishmen to answer her Ireland's call. It was long ago we faced the foe, your brigade and me. And by my side they fought and they died, so Ireland might be free. Where are the lads who stood with me when history was made? Oh, dramatically, I long to see the boys of the old brigade. And now, my boy, I told you why on this bright morn I sigh. For I recall my comrades all the dark old days gone by. I think about men who fought in land with rifle and grenade. Mayhem and keep the lads who sleep from the ranks of the old brigade. Where are the lads who stood with me when history was made? Oh, from the green I long to see the boys of the old brigade. Yes, where are the lads who stood with me when history was made? Oh, from the green I long to see the boys of the old brigade. Oh, from the green I long to see the boys of the old brigade. So even if you're not into the fight songs, we got a couple more coming throughout the night, but don't let that get you down, because who out there likes ballads? I've got to tell you, there is very little out there quite as lilting and emotional as an Irish ballad. And that is what we have coming up right now. A beautiful Irish ballad, which was my favorite Irish ballad. And trust me, there won't be many slow songs tonight. I'm going to try to keep it upbeat and happy through the whole night because we are celebrating St. Patrick's Day. But I could not do a gig doing Irish songs without singing this song. But first, I just want to say this guitar that I'm playing, it is honestly, truly the best guitar, acoustic guitar for sure, but guitar overall that I've ever played in my life. And this is a Ren Ferguson guitar. You can see it on my shirt, but I'll show you the headstock too, just in case you want to see it. And I've got to tell you, this is by far, like I said, the finest acoustic instrument and absolutely one of the best guitars overall that I've ever played in my life. This would be... I'm so used to making videos now that I can post and edit and all that stuff that I have flubs. And I like to post at the end of those videos all my my bloopers. So at the end of most of my videos on YouTube here, I have bloopers where you can see me do flubs and like play a wrong chord and like all that stuff and whatever else. Just like that stuff. But if you want to see the real deal, you're seeing it live right here. Trust me, on the replay, you won't see the flubs. So I'm hoping you're watching this and enjoying it now, but believe me, Ren Ferguson built this guitar for himself many years ago. It is made of Brazilian rosewood on the back and the sides, on the rims, and and that's legal because that rosewood from Brazil came in many years before all the bans and all that stuff. And Ren had been keeping this wood for a long, long time. And Ren has a lot of wood that he's been keeping for a long, long time. And if you want your own Ren Ferguson guitar built for yourself, then a couple of things. Number one, message me or call me or text me or whatever else, or leave a comment on this video if you haven't got my number, and I will hook you up with Ren and his kids, who are all building incredible guitars, including Ren, who just turned 80. And not just that, but if you want to hear a lot more about how this guitar is made, then look at my live streams. And from the NAMM show in January of 2026, this year, you'll see the live stream that I did with Ren and Tim and Ginny. Hi, everybody. Hi, guys. And Renee, I hope you're doing well too if you're watching. That's Ren's wife and Tim and Ginny's mom. But they are some of the most wonderful people on the planet. And they build the most incredible instruments on the planet, hands down. So if anybody doesn't believe me, and if this stream, which is honestly pretty low key and low tech, if anybody doesn't believe me, just check out all the clips on their website. I've got a link to that website in my video and in the description to this video right here, so you can check it out. And again, thank you for bearing with me, because I'm so used to be able right. I'm so used to being able to do clips and edits and all that stuff to all my videos, so this stuff just flows naturally. So thank you for hanging in there with me throughout this live stream. And if anybody's still watching, which I hope everybody still is, let's hear what this beautiful guitar can really do. And trust me, I'm not going to do it justice. And that is all to say, go on the Ren Ferguson website, fergusonguitars.com, and spec out your very own Ferguson guitar. And I mean that. I love these guys. I'm wearing their shirt not just because they sent me the shirt, but because I love these guys, and you'll see a lot more of them right on my channel. So hi Tim, hi Jenny, hi Ren, hi Renee, hi Natalie, and family. Now, unfortunately, the song that I'm about to sing has a big lead in, which isn't good for anybody, but just trust me when I say this song is very deep, so listen to the lyrics and I think you'll get it. I'll spare you the rest. As we gather in the chapel here in old Kilmainham jail, I think about these last few weeks. When will they say we failed? Since our school day, they have told us we should fight for liberty. But all I want in this dark place is to have you here with me. Oh, Grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. They'll take me out at dawn, and I will die. With all my love, I place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, so we must say goodbye. So the story behind the song is, at the Eastern Rebellion, which we heard about in the last song, there were many, many brave Irishmen who were members of the IRA. This is not to get political in any way, shape, or form, but with all the tyranny going on right now in the world, I can't think of a more appropriate time for this song. When people who were being oppressed stood up for what they believed in. And when they stood up for what they believed in, sometimes they were not treated well by the powers that were actually wielding a sort of justice at the time. If you can actually call that justice. And so this was written, believe it or not, by one of those members of the IRA, who at the time was a warring faction against the powers that be, and he was imprisoned. And his love of his life, Grace, was also right there with him, but she was not imprisoned. But he loved her more than anything in the world. And they fought together, but they did not die together because right before he died, and the night before he was sentenced to death, he wrote this song for her to commemorate what they had together. Now I know it's hard for you, my love, to ever understand the love I bear for these brave men, my love for this dear land. But when Patrick called me to his side, down at the PPO, I had to leave my own sick bed. To him I had to go. Oh, Grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. They'll take me out at dawn, and I will die. With all my love, I place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, so we must say goodbye. So as you might be able to guess, the night before he was killed, sentenced to death, he actually got to marry the love of his life, Grace, was her name. And after he passed away, the firing squad, she kept his dream alive by fighting for Ireland's freedom. Now as the dawn is breaking, my heart is breaking too. On this May morn as I walk out, my thoughts will be of you. And I'll write some words upon the wall so everyone will know I love so much that I could see his blood on the ground. Oh, Grace, just hold me in your heart and let this moment linger. They'll take me out at dawn, and I will die. With all my love, I place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, so we must say goodbye. Oh, there won't be time to share our love, so we must say goodbye. And for everybody still hanging in there, I promise that will not, well, that will be the Santa song, and that is by far, trust me, the deepest we're going to get throughout this whole performance tonight. So, let's get back to some more fun pub songs. We can celebrate St. Patrick's Day as I just tune up really quickly. And I got to tell you, in over 2 months since I got this guitar back to Arizona from California, I've only had to tune it twice. And today is the second time because the area out here is so dry. But trust me, Ren Ferguson guitars, they don't just stay in tune, they sound the best of anything, honestly, that I've ever heard in my life. And I'm a long time Gibson man. So this is an Irish song written about a fictitious guy named Charlie in Boston. And if you like the songs of the Irish people, Irish pubs here in the United States, then you will know and appreciate this song. Let me tell you a story of a man named Charlie on this tragic, fateful day. He put 10 cents in his pocket, kissed his wife and his family, went to ride on the MTA. Did he ever return? No, he never returned, and his fate is still unlearned. He may ride forever, free to Boston, the man who never returned. Charlie had earned his dime at the Kendall Square station, and he changed for the big plane. When we got there, the conductor pulled one more nickel. Charlie could not get off of that train. Did he ever return? No, he never returned, and his fate is still unlearned. He may ride forever, beat the streets of Boston, with the man who never returned. All night long, Charlie rides through the pain. What will become of me? How can I afford to see my sister in Chelsea or my cousin in Roxbury? Now, right here, I have to tell you, in the pubs, there are a couple extra things that we add. So if you have not been around the Irish pubs, I'm sorry for this. But a lot of people don't believe the things that this song has to stand for. But this is all about the trains in Boston, the Underground Railroad. Not the Underground Railroad, but the subway system. So the subway system in Boston, the fares went up. This is about, 80, 90 years ago. And this song survived this whole time and people still love it. So a lot of people didn't believe Charlie's story. So here we go. You're going to hear the part that a lot of people sing in the pubs when I'm going to tell you what to say. So I'm sorry for the blue-rated words here. Did he ever return? No, never returned. And his fate is still unlearned. This is where people scream, bullshit. Bullshit! And he may ride forever the streets of Boston. He's the man who never returned. I'll do that verse again. Just to get you ready for, I should say the chorus. I'll do that chorus again so you can learn how to say bullshit in time. Because there's a much worse verse coming in just a second. Did he ever return? No, he never returned. And his fate is still unlearned. Bullshit. He may ride forever on the streets of Boston. The man who never returned. If you don't like that, don't worry. I'm not going to do it again. But I'm going to do some alternate lyrics for the next one. Charlie's wife goes down. God bless Charlie's wife. To the Charlie's station every day at 2:15. And through the open window, she and Charlie is sandwiched as the train comes to rumbling through. Did he ever return? No, never returned. And his fate is still unlearned. He may ride forever in the streets of Boston, the man who never returned. Now, you citizens of Boston, don't you think it's a scandal that the people have to pay and pay? Both your swords so bright, it's like the fair tree. Get more jolly off the MDA. Many have turned, no, never return. And his fate is still unlearned. He may ride forever, the trees to fall, and he's the man who'll never return. Many have returned, no, he never returned. And his fate is still unlearned. He may ride forever, the trees to fall, and he's the man who'll never return. Yes, he's the man who never returns. All right, so for anybody who's still listening after all that, and all the pics I've lost in my sound hole already, thank you for hanging on. But next I'm going to do a song that is not actually a traditional Irish song, but this was written by somebody back in my old stomping grounds. We used to play all the Irish pubs. In upstate New York, around the Albany area in upstate New York. And when my very close friend Mike Donegan and I and some of our other very close friends all went to Ireland a few years ago. Well, now it's been what, like 14 years ago, turns out. We all sang the song over there, and we taught this to Richie O'Brien, who I mentioned before, and his band Dreams of Freedom. And now they play it over in Ireland, even though it was written in Albany, New York, where I lived for about 16 years of my life. Played a bunch of these songs in all the Irish pubs. All of the hard days are gone. It's all beer and whiskey and songs from now on. Laugh at the darkness and dance until dawn. All of the hard days are gone. We're all safe and warm here, my friends. The hard days are gone and they won't come again. So raise up your voices and give us a song. All of the hard days are gone. All of the hard days are gone. It's all beer and whiskey and songs from now on. So laugh at the darkness and dance until dawn. All of the hard days are gone. Life has been cloudy and gray. So take the bad memories and put them away. Oh, the sun has come out, we have waited so long. All of the hard days are gone. All of the hard days are gone. It's all beer and whiskey and songs from now on. Laugh at the darkness and dance until dawn. All of the hard days are gone. So raise up your glasses and sing. All the hard days are gone and they don't mean a thing. If you want to be happy, I'll take you along. All of the hard days are gone. All of the hard days are gone. It's all beer and whiskey and songs from now on. Laugh at the darkness and dance until dawn. All of the hard days are gone. All of the hard days are gone. It's all beer and whiskey and songs from now on. So laugh at the darkness and dance until dawn. All of the hard days are gone. All of the hard days are gone. It's a song by Kevin McCrell in Albany, New York. A true Irishman. Now I'm going to do another one that you really need to listen to the lyrics because it's a lot of fun. And my buddy Mike Donnigan turned me onto this one, as he did with most Irish tunes, except for the ones that Richie O'Brien over in Dingle in Ireland turned me onto. Me right to Laddie to Raleigh. There is no one who can tell a lie like me. You can search until you're tired. You won't find a bigger liar. I've been lying since the dawn of history. I was born about 10,000 years ago in Belmellet in the county of Mayo. It was me who chased the vermin. Nothing happened to teach the sermon. And I'll whoop the man who says it isn't so. Do me like to Laddie to Raleigh. There is no one who can tell a lie like me. You can search until you're tired. You won't find a bigger liar. I've been lying since the dawn of history. I saw Eve picking apples off a tree. She came over and she offered one to me. I turned to her, madam. Go try your luck with Adam. Going home to have some fish and chips and tea. To a right to Raleigh to Raleigh. There is no one who can tell a lie like me. You can search until you're tired. You won't find a bigger liar. I've been lying since the dawn of history. Oh, I saw Delilah cutting Sam's hair. And she snipped away until his head was bare. When he couldn't run away, well, she married him next day. They opened up a barber shop in Clare. To be right to a laddie to Raleigh. There's no one who can tell a lie like me. You can search until you're tired. You won't find a bigger liar. I've been lying since the dawn of history. It was during World War II I met them all. It was Churchill and Roosevelt and De Gaulle. And one day I nearly fainted. I was having my house painted. There was Hitler hanging paper in the hall. Right to a laddie to Raleigh. There is no one who can tell a lie like me. You can search until you're tired. You won't find a bigger liar. I've been lying since dawn of history. To me and right to a laddie to Raleigh. There's no one who can tell a lie like me. You can search until you're tired. You won't find a bigger liar. I've been lying since the dawn of history. A little bit of fun there, especially for somebody who's a lawyer. For all of you who know me out in real life, I'm a lawyer. I'm an attorney by day and by night and 24 hours a day. That's just the way it is. And I also love to play the guitar, which anybody who's known me for more than the last 18 years since I started practicing law know about me. Anyway, here's another one of those really fun IRA songs. And just in case anybody does not identify with this, I apologize in advance. This is not meant to be a political concert, but I heard this song for the first time about 14 years ago when I was over in Ireland, and I just have to play it again now because I cannot get away from it, and I like it so much. And I do just want to say a couple more things, a couple more plugs for people and stuff that I use and really rely on. For whatever it's worth, I've got to tell you, these cool picks, there are a million different types of them and styles of them, and I'll try to bring it in right here so you can see. Cool. I use mediums and heavies on my acoustic guitars, and I use the mediums on my electric guitars, but these all have different types of grips on them. And if you ever have dealt with dropping your picks and all that and have it go flying away, This is not going to let that happen. They have sand and they have rubber and all sorts of different things, and you cannot even really feel it under your fingers on your picking hand as you are playing. So I've got to say, I love Cool Picks. I love everything they do. I'm not getting paid for this. It's just a total plug that is right from the heart. So thank you, Cool Picks, and everybody from there. I don't know your names for what you do. Thank you for making the best picks on the planet, as far as I'm concerned. Because that means I haven't lost all my picks today. I'm out here sweating in the hot Tucson sun. So here's one of those Irish fight songs, the pro-IRA songs that I just love because I heard it and played it for the first time about 14 years ago in Ireland. Richie O'Brien and Dreams of Freedom. And it's called My Old Man's a Provo. And Provo is a slang term for someone who is sympathetic to and might be a soldier in the IRA. So, well, my old man's a Provo with a berry and a gun. Haven't seen him lately, he's always on the run. He looks so really trendy with his face and his boots. Far cooler than those other bad types of suits. The Brit police harass me each time when I go out. They ask me if I've seen it had and he's been about. They sign me no offense. I say mind your own business and just leave me alone. You all are only jealous, you know that he's of your own. Oh, my old man's a Provo, like an arrogant gun. Haven't seen him lately, he's always on the run. So really trendy with his teeth and his boots. Far cooler than those other guys with tight shirts and suits. On our TV last Friday night, I called him up to say, give us information about the IRA. He showed a Provo unit on security. I know one wasn't ready because he stopped at the oh, my old man, the Provo, the berry and the gun. Oh, I haven't seen him lately. He's always on the run. Looks so really trendy with his face and the boots. Far cooler than the other down, I took the boots. At Christmas time and slowly, when Daddy's not at home, the police are watching everywhere. They even tap our phone. Then with me, they take out all our windows and our doors. They climb down the chimney, camera Provo and applause. Oh, my old man's Provo, and the berry and the gun. Haven't seen him lately. He's always on the run. He looks so really trendy with his face and his boots. For a cool man, the price of the suits. My dad is all been long kept now, to me it's just not right. I'll say a special prayer for him when I go to bed tonight. Today it was his birthday, I sent him in a cake. There were Semtex in the candles, he'll be out before I wake. Oh, my old man Provo with a berry and the gun. Have not seen him lately, he's always on the run. He looks so really trendy with his face and boots. For cool and the type of shirt and suit. Oh, my old man the Provo, the berry and the gun. Haven't seen him lately, he's always on the run. He looks so really trendy with his face and his boots. Far cooler than the other ties and shirts and boots. Little thing that kids might have sung, maybe older than kids might have sung back when the IRA was still fighting. And even if not, I can't help but say, not that I'm going to make this political, nobody wants to hear it, and even if you do want to hear it, sorry, I'm not going to say it. But there are lots of people who are suffering right now, and that's not a political thing. There really are just a lot of people who are suffering right now all over the world. And we can all do better for all those people. So if it's a cause that you believe in, I'm not plugging any one particular cause, but if there's a cause you believe in, or something or a person you believe in, donate to it, or somehow get out there and make your voice heard, because change doesn't happen in any sense unless we actually bring it about ourselves sometimes and make our voices heard. And that is, again, not political in any way, shape, or form. I love everybody. So here's another pub song. Who wants a pub song? Everybody? Here we go. And it's no never, no never, no more, while I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. Well, I've been the wild rover for many a year, and I spent all my money on whiskey and beer. Well spent. And now I'm returning with gold and great store, and I never will play the wild rover no more. And no, they never, no, they never, no more. While I play the wild rover, no, never, no more. I went into a house I used to frequent, and I told the landlady my money was spent. I asked her for credit, she answered me nay. Such a custom as yours I can get in a day, and it's no never, no never, no more. While I play the wild rover, no never, no more. Then out of my pockets I took stubborn bright, my landlady's eyes opened wide with delight. She said, I have whiskey and wines of the best, but the answer I gave her was only interest. I said, no, they never, no, they never, no more. While I play the wild rover, no, never, no more. Now it's about to get deep. I'll go home to my parents, confess what I've done. Yeah, right. And I'll ask them to pardon their prodigal son. And if they correct me, as oft times before, then I never will play the wild rover no more. No, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more. While I play the wild rover, no, never, no more. And it's no, nay, never, no, nay, never, no more. While I play the wild rover, no, never, no more. All right, everybody. So now we're getting to that time in the afternoon or evening, wherever you're watching from, where I really feel like singing something shockingly without the guitar. And I'm just going to sing a cappella for a moment. And this is a traditional Irish song, somewhat traditional, but it is something that is actually very dear to my heart, because for the many, many years that I was playing in upstate New York, a gentleman named Mike Roach used to come up Not Michael Donegan, but Michael Roach, who is an amazing singer in his own right, used to come up and sing this for us at many, many of our gigs when we would be playing. So I hope I can do this justice. Oh, a hungry feeling came o'er me stealing. The mice were squealing in my prison cell. And the old triangle went jingle jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal. To begin the morning, the warden bawling, "Roust up, you bozers, clean up yourselves." And the old triangle went jingle jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal. On a fine spring evening, the lag lay dreaming, the seagulls wheeling high above the wall, and the old triangle went jingle jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal. The screw was peeping, and the lag was sleeping, while he lay weeping for his old gal Sal. And the old triangle went jingle jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal. Oh, I wish to blazes they would raise my wages from 16 shillings just to 2 pounds 10. And the old triangle goes jingle jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal. Oh, the day was dying, and the wind was sighing, as I lay crying in my prison cell. And the old triangle goes jingle jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal. Now in the female prison, there are 75 women, and when I dream, it's with them I dwell. And the old triangle goes jingle jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal. Yes, the old triangle goes jingle jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal. Now, if that hasn't gotten everybody crying yet, then I'm going to do a song that I wasn't sure if I was going to do or not, and the pick's not going to help, because I'm going to finger pick this one, but this really is one of the most gorgeous songs that I've ever heard, truly. And I want to keep stuff up and enjoyable tonight, but, you know, I just can't help it. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous song, which was actually written based on a bunch of letters that were written about 150 years ago. So these letters were written, like I said, about 150 years ago by an Irish immigrant who came over to America around 1860. And these letters are the letters some of the letters, I should say, that his father sent him from Ireland after he had moved to America. Kilkelly, Ireland, 18 and 60, my dear and loving son John. Your good friend, the schoolmaster, Pat McNamara's, so good as to write these words down. Your brothers have all gone to find work in England, the house is so empty and sad. Crop of potatoes is sorely infected, a third to a half of them bad. And your sister Bridget and Patrick O'Donnell are going to be married in June. Your mother says not to work on the railroad and be sure to come on home soon. Kilkelly, Ireland, 18 and 70, my dear and loving son John. Hello to your missus and to your 4 children. May they grow healthy and strong. Michael has got in a wee bit of trouble. I guess that he never will learn. Because of the dampness, there's no turf to speak of. Now we have nothing to burn. And Bridget is happy you named a child for her, and now she's got 6 of her own. You say you found work, but you don't say what kind or when you'll be coming home. Kilkelly, Ireland, 18 and 80, my dear Michael and John, my sons. I'm sorry to give you the very sad news that your dear old mother has gone. We buried her down at the church in Kilkelly. Your brothers and Bridget were there. You don't have to worry, she died very quickly. Please remember her in your prayers. And it's so good to hear that Michael's returning with money he's sure to buy land. For the crop has been poor, and the people are selling at any old price that they can. Kilkelly, Ireland, 18 and 90, my dear and loving son John. Oh, I guess that I must be close on to 80. It's 30 years since you're gone. And because of all the money you sent me, I'm still living out on my own. Michael has built himself a fine house, and Bridget's 6 daughters have grown. And thank you for sending your family picture. They're lovely young women and men. Oh, we say that you might even come for a visit. What a joy to see you again. Kilkelly, Ireland, 1892. My dear brother John, I'm sorry I didn't write any sooner to tell you that father passed on. He was living with Bridget, she said. He was careful and healthy right down to the end. You should have seen him play with the grandchildren of Pat McNamara, your old friend. And we buried him alongside of Mother down at the Kilkelly churchyard. He was a strong and a feisty old man, considering his life was so hard. And it's funny the way he kept calling for you. He kept calling for you at the end. Oh, why don't you think about coming to visit? We'd all love to see you again. All right, so all the Irish songs are not quite that sad. I'm gonna do a couple more for you here. Well, maybe a few more. We'll see how it goes. Everybody having a good time? If you're having a good time, then hit like on this video. Tell me in the comments, say hi in the comments. I will see all the comments after this video is over because I can't keep track of playing and singing and doing all the comments all at the same time. But thank you all for being here. I hope you're having a wonderful St. Patrick's Day. I want to give one more shout out to somebody right here named, well, not right here, but that'd be kind of weird. But his name is Mark Glasgow. He runs the company that makes Locket straps. And Locket straps are by far the best guitar straps and bass straps and straps for any stringed instruments that I've ever used in my life. I've been using them for years, and again, I'm not getting paid anything for this, nothing for free for this. Locket straps literally lock in, if you can see here, they literally lock in the tuning, well, not the tuning peg, the strap button. They literally again, I'm used to being able to make edits to all this stuff, so bear with me, but really, Locket straps literally make playing so easy because they lock in to the strap button right on the guitar, both at the treble side and down here at the end pin. And they hold your guitar in with a little plastic sheath that makes it nice and snug and secure, so you can just play and you don't have to worry about anything while you're playing, like dropping it in the pool or dropping it on the ground or whatever else. So Locket straps really have made playing really, really high quality guitars like my Ren Ferguson Dreadnought here that I mentioned earlier. Just painless and with me not having to worry about them at all. So I have links in the description to this video for all that stuff, for the Ren Ferguson guitars, for the Locket straps, for the cool picks that I use. And again, I'm getting nothing for this. It's all just because it comes from the heart. So check out those links and those products because they really are awesome, awesome things. A few more Irish songs to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, everybody. Well, it's all for the God, the cross, the God. It's all for me beer and tobacco. Well, I spent all my tin on the last drink of gin far across the western ocean on one. Well, it's all for me boots, me knocking boots. Going for me beer and tobacco. Well, the heels are worn out and the toes are picked about. So it's like it's out for bad weather, and it's all for me grog, me jolly, jolly grog. All for me beer and tobacco. Well, I spent all me tin on the latest drinking tin. For across the western ocean I wander. Well, it's all for me church, me knocking church. So for me beer and tobacco. Well, the collar is worn and the seats they are all torn. The tail is looking after that way. It's all for the grog, me jolly grog. So for me beer and tobacco. Well, it's all me tin on the last and you can take a car across the western ocean. I will wander. Well, I'm sick in the head, haven't been to bed since I've been ashore for me slumber. So I spent all me hoe on the lady boat, you know. Across the western ocean I will wander. And it's all for me grog, me jolly grog. It's all for me beer and tobacco. Well, I spent all me tin on the lassies drinking gin. Across the western ocean I will wander. And it's all for me grog, me jolly grog. It's all for me beer and tobacco. Well, I spent all me tin on the lassies drinking gin. Across the western ocean I will wander. All right, so I'm going to do a couple more songs here. The one that I'm going to do right now is actually Dana's favorite Irish song. So for all of you who know Dana, this is her favorite Irish song that I used to play out in the pubs. And it's her favorite because, I think because, it's about a little Honda 50. Now, for anybody who has kids in the audience, this has a really bad word in it. And I'm not going to censor it because I don't believe in censorship. So cover their ears. At the second verse. My little Honda 50, she's rapid and she's nifty. She'll do 150 on a windy day. Oh, my little Honda 50, hit the nitro and she'll shift me. Get me away from the guard of it any day. Oh, I got her in the buy and sell back in 92. Traveling man in a caravan said, "This is the bike for you." He was looking for 100, I gave him 32. Before it's been around the Canada Road, and I got she fucking flew. Yeah, my little Honda 50, she's rapping and she's 50. She'll do 150 on a weekday. Oh, my little Honda 50, in the night road and she'll 50. She'll get me away from the garden today. Boy, I drove her into New Britain looking for a couple of hearts. Alloy wheels, stand now, and a new boat what to start. Heading out to Robertstown for the bingo and the beer. Coming down the hill, Alan and Jimmy on the second gear. Oh, my little Honda 50, she's rapping and she's 50. She'll do 150 a day. Oh, my little Honda 50. Take a night for it, so 50. And you know, it's got a whole day. Who else there likes 50s music and old rock and roll? I know at least a few of you do, because I do. If you listen to my channel, so thank you for that. But if you want to hear some more good old rock and roll, check out some of the interviews on my channel, because I have interviews with some of the best guitar players on the planet out there. I'm so fortunate to have got those interviews and to bring them to you so you can hear exactly what makes them tick. So check out those and plus 73 guitar lessons right on my guitar channel, John's Guitar Lounge, right here on YouTube. Don't worry, I'm not leaving yet. Got a couple more. I was riding across the prairie, nice and slow. Guards pulled in behind me. Sergeant Kelly, don't you know? I said, oh, buck, just me luck. Hit the nitro hard. By the time I hit the quad, struck in my face yard. Was just Ireland, so bear with me. Oh, my little 150. She's rapping and she's 50. She'll do 150 on a windy day. Oh, my little 150. Hit the nitro and she'll 50. She'll get me away from the guard about that day. Oh, my little 150. She's rapping and she's 50. She'll do 150 on a windy day. Oh, my little 150. Hit the nitro and she'll 50. She'll get me away from the guard about that day. So there's a nice, fun Irish song with a 50s rock and roll styling. But to bring it all home tonight, I want to thank all of you for being here very, very much. Really, thanks everybody for being here. Thank you to all my friends and my family who are watching. I hope you're all having a wonderful and blessed St. Patrick's Day. And this is not the end, I pray, for us for sure. But for now, I have to say that this is the parting glass. And it's not really a parting glass, it's a Stanley Cup full of water. But either way, that's what Arizona does to you. You need a lot of water. So thanks for being here with me. Check out everything else on my channel. Hit like on this video so more people can see it if you enjoyed it. If you did not enjoy it, then take it easy on me because I do this shit for free. So either way, I hope everyone is doing well. And thank you for being here, everybody. And I will see you hopefully very, very soon. Of all the money that e'er I spent it in good company. And of all the harm that e'er I've done, alas, it was to none but me. For all I've done for want of wit, so fill to me, memory now I can't recall. Oh, fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. Oh, if I had money enough to spend, and leisure time to sit a while, there is a fair maid in this town, and surely she has my heart beguiled. Her rosy cheeks and ruby lips, I own she has my heart enthralled. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. Oh, of all the comrades that e'er I've had, they are sorry for my going away. And of all the sweethearts that e'er I've had, they would wish me one more day to stay. But since it falls unto my lot that I should rise and you should not, I'll gently rise and I'll softly call, good night and joy be with you all. Good night, everybody. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Thank you for being here.